it's your girl Bella. Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. If you are new to my channel and happen to stumble by, I'm your girl Bella, and I would totally love if you join me on my YouTube adventures. And in saying that, please hit on that subscribe button down below and click on the little bell so you can be notified for all my new videos. Okay guys, as you can tell by the title of this video, I finally took the plunge and painted my kitchen cabinets. So on this side of me, you can see the kitchen cabinets are painted, and on this side, the kitchen cabinets are their original state, but I will turn the camera around and I will show you that. But before that, I want to give you some explanation and some tips that I learned along the way, because I did do a lot of research before I started this. So these are my personal tips and tricks and what worked for me and what might work for you in your own kitchen if you are thinking of doing this. Now, let me be honest and say this is not for the faint of heart. This is a lot of work, and it takes a lot of effort and a lot of prep, and it's messy, and there's a lot of cleanup. And it takes a long time. So if you're not used to doing big projects like this, maybe you can start on like a small bathroom vanity and see how it goes for you and see how you feel after that, and then move on to like a bigger vanity and a kitchen, because my kitchen is quite big and it has a ton of cabinets, and it did take a long time. And I actually worked on it. I worked on it yesterday from probably 9 in the morning until about 9:30 at night. I did stop and eat, but I'm a workhorse and a type A personality, so that's kind of me. I also worked on it on Friday night after work. I started at 5. Oh no, I started Thursday after work at 5 to 7. And Friday from 5 to 9 also. So keep that in mind when you're thinking of doing this. Okay, so here's my tips and tricks. Tip number 1, you must clean your cabinets. My cabinets were already clean. Like, I clean them on a regular basis, but you need to deep clean them. And in saying that, what do I mean by that? Okay, here's what I learned, and here's my tips. And I learned this from watching videos and Googling and all kinds of stuff. So first and foremost, you need a big giant bucket of water in boiling hot. I used boiling hot water and Mr. Clean and bleach, and I scrubbed all the cabinets down. Then I found out another trick from another girl here on YouTube. She gave me this tip, and I think this is a phenomenal tip, and maybe you could just use this in your everyday cleaning routine if you want. I used the Dollar Tree vinegar glass cleaner. Even after I washed them and scrubbed them down, when they dried, I sprayed them with the vinegar cleaner and just a paper towel, and it did have a tiny little film left, so it did clean them really good. Okay, so I let the cabinets dry after I did that, and I started with my paint. Okay, I used a Rust-Oleum chalk paint in the color white linen. I thought it was a really good color. It looks fantastic in my kitchen. It goes well with my countertops. But as you can see right there, and this side, so the desk and this side is actually gonna be country gray, but I left it like this to show you the before and after of the cabinet and to show you what you can do, because when I was doing the process, I thought I would love to share this with my YouTube friends. So this is why I stopped painting, and it's Sunday and I'm exhausted and I just didn't want to paint anymore. So, and I wanted to film this video for you guys to give you all the information. So I used the Rust-Oleum chalk paint. This was fantastic. There was no sanding involved. Like, if you, okay, before I say all that, if money was no object, I would have gotten a company, a professional company, come out, take the cabinet doors, spray the base of the cabinets, spray the cabinets on factory, have them coat them and diamond coat them and bring them back. But that is very, very expensive and is not in a single mom's budget. It was not in my budget whatsoever. So that wasn't something I was about to do. But these cabinets, guys, they are 32 years old and they are in phenomenal condition and they are really good quality. They're oak, they're solid oak doors. And I just thought, you know what? I'm not gonna spend the money to get a new kitchen. Who knows how long we'll be living here? And I just wanted a quick fix, but professional quick fix. So 2 coats of the chalk paint. That's what you need at first. For me, I found it really light, so I did do a 3rd coat. Now, before I did the 3rd coat, because I found it streaky and I was using a paintbrush, I used a natural 2.5-inch bristle paintbrush. That is my paintbrush. I've had it for years and years and years, and I have painted God only knows how many houses with that paintbrush. But that's my paintbrush. That's what I used. But I found it streaky, so I thought, okay, what can I do? I went into the garage and I went through all my tools and I found an old sanding block. It was kind of used, so I just lightly sanded, and then I did a 3rd coat, a very thin 3rd coat, just like a touch-up coat. So after I was done the 3rd coat, I was really happy with it, and I thought, okay, now what can I do to make them even better? And my research here on YouTube and Google said that you need to coat them with polyurethane. Do not put the Annie Sloan wax on top because that doesn't have the finish and you cannot wash these properly, or you cannot use like Miss Myers on top of them, or you can't use any sprays or any of those things because the chalk paint absorbs stuff and leaves marks. So you absolutely need a top coat. So I had polyurethane. I bought the Varathane brand. It was awful. Do not use it. It was awful. It did not work. It said that it was clear. I put it on a test cabinet and it yellowed. It changed the color. I was so upset. I took it back to Home Depot right away. And me and the girl, we went through everything and I said to her exactly what I'm doing. I said, I've used chalk paint, so I really want that color. I do not want the color to change whatsoever. So we found something and I'll show it to you. It is this right here. It's also by Rust-Oleum. It's the clear top coat and it says protective top coat for added durability on interior and exterior surfaces. This was sold at my local Home Depot only in a quart size, and I think it was about $30-something. But that's Canadian, so I'm sure you guys are gonna find it cheaper in the US, but keep in mind these prices are Canadian. So this says non-yellowing, but it does yellow just a smidge, and I'll tell you why. So to put this on, you need a 6mm brush, roller. 6mm, sorry, this is my roller. It's been washed and stuff. So you need a 6mm roller. And if you ask any of the people at Home Depot or Lowe's, they will tell you what this is. And it's good for like that kind of finish. And I also used a 1.5-inch synthetic brush. This is not my regular brush. This is a synthetic brush, and I use this in the crevices. I'm going to turn the camera around and I will explain all that to you in a minute, and I will show you the process. I'll show you the before, how the cabinets look before, how they look with just chalk paint, and how they look all completely finished. So I hope you like this video. I hope this is informative. I am gonna leave everything, well, I'm gonna try my best to leave everything down in the description box, and I will do some explanation while when I turn the camera around. Okay, so hold on. Okay guys, so this is what the cabinets look like before. As I explained, they are just an oak, solid oak cabinet, raised panel, and they have all these grooves in it, and there's the door handles, but they are in phenomenal shape. They're maintained really well. You can see here, but this is their original color, and I was not happy with that color. And there you go. You can see what the cabinet doors look like. I think they're pretty good. And now this is the cabinet doors. Oh, let me pan over here. Maybe it's a bit better. So this is the cabinet doors when they are painted. Now these ones are not only painted, but they also have their protective top coat layer. You can see the little bit of the glare there on top. It is not high polished. It's just regular. It's not high gloss, but it is a really, really, really smooth finish. I'm gonna try and zoom in closer so you can see. As you can see here, there's no real grain to it. You can see there a little bit, but these are the grooves here. But guys, really to the touch, it's super, super smooth and it's a really good finish. So it did turn out really great. So let me show you this one part here. And let me. Okay, here you can really see what I'm talking about. On this side is the finished cabinet with its coating, but this is just the chalk paint. You see how just the chalk paint is really kind of flat and matte? It really does need that top coat just to elevate its style. So I have just these few left here to do, and you can see how matte they are, and you can actually see the little streakies on there because I haven't sanded them down. But on this one, you see here, the finish is really, really good and really matte. So it was really good, actually. So, oh, there's my dirty dishes. Okay, so that's the side that has not been painted. And that there is my desk side. So my desk, the desk is gonna be painted gray. It's called Country Gray, and the color is, the company is Rust-Oleum, so that's what I'm gonna use. The Rust-Oleum Country Gray. So the office and this side is gonna be gray, and the perimeter of the cabinets are all white. So I think that looks really, really good. Sorry for the lighting. It is the cloudiest, gloomiest day here. I think I explained everything pretty good. I explained to you that tip number 1, you must wash the cabinets. Tip number 2, use the Rust-Oleum chalk paint. I have it here. Let me just show it to you. This is what the quart gallon looks like. It's Rust-Oleum chalk paint, and it's an ultra matte paint, and the color I am going to use on that side is Country Gray, and the color I used on this side is called Linen White. Okay, the gray covers a lot faster and a lot easier than the white, so I might only do 2 coats of the gray, but the white needed 3 coats because it was really kind of thin. Like it went on really thin. You absolutely must use a top coat to have that professional finish on the cabinets. And you gotta have a lot of patience, and you gotta love to work hard. So yeah, that is it for this video. I hope it was informative. If you have any questions for me, leave them down in the description, in the comment box. I always answer my comments, and I would love to give anybody any extra tips if they need them. And I'm gonna try and leave the entire process also in the description box, just in case if I miss something in this video. So in saying that, if you like this kind of video, please give it a big thumbs up. I'm your girl Bella, and I would totally love to have you join me on my YouTube adventures. And this is not my fall kitchen tour, so you're gonna have to come back for that, because I know you guys got glimpses of my fall decor, because I did put it up. I did put some up already. So I would love to see you back soon, and I will see you in the next one. Bye, YouTube.